Hey Tids, how you doing? I am very, 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 very tired today. I woke up feeling kind of miserable, not for any specific reason, just, you know, one of those days where you wake up and you feel kind of glum. And I decided to have a little depression nap in the afternoon after I'd had some food. And I got woken up from my nap before I was ready to be woken up because an Amazon delivery arrived. And it was packing materials for us moving. Which, you know, cheered me up even more. So I'm feeling a little rough. But I'm okay. I'm alive. I'm not in any more pain than usual. Just tired and a little blue. But that's okay. That happens sometimes. Hey, Ides, how you doing? Looked like you were making some good progress on Hades earlier. I popped in, did a bit of a lurk and a host. Hey, Wheezy. How's the Minecrafting going? Hope the sheep's in this cheer you up. Thank you very much, Tids. Can't seem to stop playing it. It gets you like that. It really, really does. It's a very addictive game. Hey, Cypher. Welcome on in. How you doing? And oh no, Wheezy, I'm sorry to hear that. Was that Bort's fault? Was Bort murdering you? Oh, folks, you may notice that we have a little sneaky friend hiding on the screen now. We also have some channel point redemptions to go along with our sneaky little friend. I'm okay with that, Ivan. I hope you're doing okay, mate. So, our tiny little trash panda friend. The floating on top of the shout out was unintentional. That's just because I haven't organised my layers properly. Easy fix, though. Oop. I might have bought a HOTAS. Oh, you found one, did you? Congratulations. So this is HobbyTan. They are a teeny tiny trash panda Tamagotchi style thing. And I saw that there was a raccoon in this overlay and went, yeah, sure, why not? It'll be a bit of fun for chat. So you can give them drinks, you can feed them, you can pet them, and you can challenge them. I don't know what the challenge does, but I figured it was some sort of fight, so when I was editing the little icons to go with all of the redemptions, I gave them a knife. HobbyTan's twinkle is a little loud. Okay, I can fix that. I actually can't hear it because I forgot to set the audio settings so that I can hear that. So I'll go in and do that now as well. It's now at less than half volume, so hopefully it'll be a little bit quieter. Oh, congratulations! You folks won! More than a little loud. Thank you for the treat for me, Cypher. But yeah, so I figured HobbyTan could be a little thing that, you know, if we've got a quiet period in whatever we're doing, or if I've gone to BRB, you can, you know, play some rock, paper, scissors apparently. Or you can give them pets or treats or whatever. You know, just a little thing. But we'll see how it fares. If you folks don't like it, or, you know, we decide it's a bit too much, we can get rid. Easy peasy. Send our little trash panda friend off into the night to find a different bar to harass. Like we're going to wait for quiet times. That's a fair point. The treat for me, not that you can really see at the moment. In fact, you know what? Fuck it. It's strawberries and cream dot. Thank you very much. While I'm here, I'm gonna quickly move. Oh. No, HobbyTan, you went too far. There we go. Yum yum. Thank you for the treat for Porthos, right? While I'm off next month, for those that don't already know, I will be off all of October because I'm moving house. I'm moving all the way to Scotland. It's a 7.5 hour drive from where I currently live. So it's going to be a long day on the day that I move, and it's going to be a long couple of weeks after that whilst I move everything. Oh gosh, thank you for pointing that out. It's done it again. It keeps changing my microphone to a different audio output, and I have no idea why. Anyway, thank you for pointing that out, Cypher. Yeah, so it's a 7.5 hour drive. Then I've got to like unpack everything. I've got to set all my work stuff back up so that I can do my job. Yeah, it's gonna be really stressful. Like, this is the 7th time we've moved house in 10 years. So it's a lot. But this is a big important one. And I'm hoping it's gonna be a really good positive change for me as well. But it's going to be very, very stressful. So I'm taking the entirety of October off. I might do like some scheduled reruns so you folks have got something to watch in the intervening time, because I won't be able to host anybody because Twitch is removing hosting on the 3rd of October because they don't feel it works properly. So instead of fixing it, they're just getting rid of it. Moving now and then is a nice way of getting rid of some trash. I mean, that is true. That is true. Yeah. So I won't be here in October. But I'm going to try and use some of the downtime to like tidy some stuff up in OBS since the new update came out and has changed a lot of things. Twitch doing the good job. Yeah, Twitch doing everything they can to support small streamers. Honest. Twats. So I'll do some like admin-y stuff. I'll try and add sound notifications to all of the channel point redemptions as well so that I never miss any of them in future. Because I know I do that sometimes and I do feel really bad about it. And yeah, so little things like that. Raids won't be going. Raids are staying. But they're removing hosting because The line that they've given is that hosting. Actually, let's get some music going, shall we? Whilst we're chatting. The line that they've given is that hosting doesn't actually take a viewer to a person's page. It leaves them on the page of the person they've gone to, and they can't interact with the person they're watching's chat through a host. So it doesn't function the way that viewers expect it to, and therefore isn't useful. And that makes perfect sense. But what doesn't make sense is that they've elected to just get rid of it completely instead of fixing the problem. Unless you think about it from a financial perspective, because ads don't work properly when you're being hosted either. So they're not making any money out of hosting. So it's not worth, in their opinion, fixing it, because they're not going to get any money out of it. All comes down to the bottom line. Always bloody does. Anyway. Yeah, Twitch definitely needs more money. That's exactly what they need. Not like a clip round the ear or out like that. Nope, just more money. Hot take, capitalism sucks ass. Yes, it does. Semi-related. I do love that command. I'm so glad I finally set it up. Do we have Porthos on Porthos cam, or is he hiding under my desk? Let's see. He's hiding under my desk.
Get nice and moist for me, Rainy.
See, look at that. Hiding under my desk as best he can. Thank you for the hydrated. We also have a new related hydration type command. Actually, I'll go back to Mecam for a sec for this. So I got my shiny new booze mug in the post today. And on the suggestion of DMAC yesterday, we now have one for your sen, which Northerners in chat will probably appreciate. It's a phrase, for those that are not from the UK, often uttered by someone buying a drink at a bar to whoever's serving them the drink. They'll go, "Here, get one for your sen." You redeem those channel points for that particular thing. I will take a sip from my alcohol mug. Standard hydrate, I will just drink my water though, or my energy drink, or whatever I've got that isn't alcoholic. Right. I think that's all the admin stuff. Jukebox should be working. If it's not, I'll give it a kick. Oh, we've got some new outfits in-game as well. Wrong button. Not this one. I can just not add complications to my backgrounds. Complications cipher? So I didn't show you this when we got it, because I didn't think about it, but we got an outfit for Obon. Ah, I see. Which is a jinbei. Jinbei are traditional Japanese summer clothing, as it says there. They're quite light, quite breezy. And he's also got some traditional sandals as well, the name of which I can't remember off the top of my head. Oops, wrong button. And when you change into that outfit, actually, sets fireworks off, which is very neat. Also, if you switch to the Fallout one, you get Fallout music, which is cool. This is the new one that we got today, though. This is a Festival Happy. It is currently the like autumn festival, for want of a better description. Porthos is fucked off. I guess since it's the weekend, I can crack up a Miguel. Yeah, go for it. I guess that'd be a San Miguel, yes? There's nothing wrong with adding details to your background, Cypher. I'm thinking we stick with our knockoff Ace Attorney outfit though, because running around in Paddy would probably be quite uncomfortable, I think. On modern roads, anyway. Oh, I managed to find the haunting the thing, you know, we were looking for the artifact that was... Keep doing that. The artifact that was at the spooky content creator's house. It was a haunting photo. Where is it? Will it be... Here we go, it'll be in here. Hey Hans, how you doing? Godzilla has come to cause problems. Godzilla could never cause problems here. Where is it? They're not even in alphabetical order, so... There's Tanuki? Hey Porthos. Oh boy, Porthos is here now. Here we go, haunting photo. A photograph that captured something most unsettling. Perhaps it shows the actual spirit of a dead person. Maybe it's just some sort of unexplained paranormal phenomenon. Either way, the important thing is to realise that film might be able to capture that which exists beyond normal human perception. The 1970s saw a wave of paranormal photography that culminated in the publication of an entire book of paranormal photographs. Some believe engaging in this pursuit poses a real threat to the health of those taking these sorts of pictures. They say misfortune will follow unless a funeral rite is held or the picture is burned. Either way, it might be better to play it on the safe side and avoid this hobby altogether. The sheer fucking pettiness of some DBD players is astounding. Oh dear, DMAC. What's happened now? Welcome on in. I hope, despite other DBD players being arseholes, you're having a nice evening. Wasn't the 70s being more paranormal? Everyone was just off their tits on leaded fuel vapors. Ooh, that's still a little loud, isn't it? Should I turn it down some more? Trying to get 4 Moris with Tombstone Myers for the achievement. Yeah, they're not gonna like that. There we go. I've turned it down some more, that should be fine. Thank you, Cypher, for keeping HobbyTan hydrated. Got 3 of them and then had a literal 30-minute standoff with a Cheryl who refused to get out of a locker. They eventually DC'd. Jesus. That's certainly something. Oh, I've been going around absorbing spirits and stuff off stream. Because there is an achievement for completing the game after you have rescued all the spirits. Only if an exit is opened or the hatch is closed, neither of which is true in this. Yeah, that sucks. the game had timed out, you wouldn't have got it anyway, yeah. Like... It's very similar in terms of... If folks remember when I did a couple of Sadie matches on stream for my birthday. And we had those hackers in there, and I killed one of the hackers. No, I killed the hacker. That was it. Do you mind? I killed the hacker and then killed one of the others, and the two that were left just refused to play. So I went and stood in a corner until they stopped being arseholes. And I ended my stream there. But I was stood in that corner for a while before either of them decided to do anything. Oh, cool hands. I'll take a look later. Okay, we want to go this way. Well, I hope you managed to get your achievement, DMAC. And I hope that you come up against less petty DBD players for the rest of the evening. All survivors are bastards. Bit harsh. What were we supposed to do? Check out the roof of 429. Oh, this is 429. We've just come at it from a different angle. 429 is a really popular and important landmark in Tokyo. It's where all of the designer stores are located. And from what I understand, they actually rotate fairly regularly as a result. But because of the kind of store it is, because of the kind of superstore it is, it's quite common for it to turn up in games that are set in modern Japan. And media in general that's set in modern Japan, because it's such an important and recognisable landmark basically wherever you live in Japan. And it's a central location in my favourite ever video game as well, which I think I've talked to you folks about before on stream. We can't actually go inside though, which is a shame. I suppose if they let us go inside, they'd have to update the shops all the bloody time, wouldn't they? They used to, about 4 years ago, they had this absolutely amazing looking Lolita shop that catered for both femme and mask presenting Lolitas. And I wanted one of the suits out of that store so bad, but they are so expensive. I love a good cravat. I'm a bit of a dandy when it comes down to it, I've got to admit. Oh, we've got we've got the Summon Tengu ability now. I went and worked on that, so I find it works better when I do this. But it's not letting us grapple to there for some reason. Are we not close enough? There we go. Oh, I feel guilty about this already. We're not going to be able to hit them because the barbed wire's in the way. So we're going to go over here. Oh shit, I missed. They're dancing, yeah. Oh, thank you, KK. Damn it, Akito, that was a nice moment and you ruined it. Take the fucking compliment. Ah, that's what I could hear. Spooky bugger up there.
What's that?
Oh, what is that? Bubble era folding fan. A type of flashy feathered fan often employed in Japanese disco clubs in years long past. So, one of the things that I've repeatedly said I really like about this game is that as much as the visitors are very definitely not of this world, they can be seen doing very human things. They're clearly a product of humanity, even if they are not human themselves. And I really genuinely adore happening upon them doing just people stuff. Trying to get into their car, dancing, hanging out in the mall with their friends. That was one we saw really early on in the game. What else have we seen? There was one of the little visitors, the little, like, 6-year-old kid visitors, was jumping in puddles outside a shrine, and that was so fucking cute.
There she is.
Okay, but I need to deal with them first. If I can.
Did she fall? No. She's headed somewhere. Don't lose sight of her.
Right, I'm out of arrows. Nope. She didn't actually jump down. She's fucking walking about up there. It's alright for some, innit? We need to go to a shop anyway. So... that's the nearest one. Ah, here it is. Appropriate fight music engage. Yes, it is perfect. Let's get some arrows on the go.
Give me anything nice? No, you don't need it.
Hello, friend. Hi. Aw, what a good little friend. Go on then,
Eat up, pal.
have some food.
Don't eat too fast.
Thanks for the grub, mister. Pennies from our friend. Arigato. Nope. Wasn't close enough. Bye, little friend. Okay, so we need to get back up. Food? We need to get back up there. Which is easy enough to do. I care not for barbed wire. Okay. So if we... yeah. If we head over here, because our glide will not last long enough to... oh, fuck! What a place to land, eh? Okay, she's gone over there. So if we go over here... Oh, really? Oh, we've got a cop. Not anymore.
That's all.
Oh! Not yet, I won't. What a funny place for a traffic cone to be. Gee, I don't think I've ever seen a traffic cone with a tail before. That can't be odd in the slightest. Boop. Red Furoshiki Tanuki. Came up here thinking it'd help me. All these ferocious monsters keep wandering by. I was getting pretty scared. Shove it off the No, you're a lifesaver, friend. Don't know what I'd do if you hadn't found me. Aww. Look at your scarf. Look at that pretty furoshiki. Very pretty. Oh, your eyes look a bit red, though. Actually, on the note of Tanuki, I believe Oh, look, they're doing a sit. I believe I popped it in the Discord, but Ivan sent me a TikTok the other day of somebody just discovering that Tanuki exist, and he calls them trash panda puppies, and I love that. Okay, what we got? Recording left behind by Ed, wherein he discusses human beings. Okay. We're gonna have to have like a lore stream for this game where we just listen to all of Ed's recordings and read through all of KK's notes. I think. Okay, so we've actually finished that side quest now. Okay, we've already found whatever that was. Oh, it'll be the fan. And we've already found the Tanuki, which is why we can see them on the map there. Cool. Speak with Rinko. Geronimo. Nicely done, D-Mac. Well done. And congratulations. Ooh. Didn't have quite enough glide for that. Oh, that was weird. I swear I saw some down there as well. I'm going to avoid just flying around the rooftops looking for spirits on stream, but if there's any nearby, I'll pick them up as I go, just to save me the hassle later. We need to go this away. So we'll get those there while we're at it. She can see my face.
You might be right, I should have kept your father. But we're different people. None of us will ever connect with this. Let us know if you can remember anywhere else. We'll worry about her too.
We may as well, while we're here, empty the katashiro that we have filled. Because that way we don't have to worry about doing it again later.
Hey, Ringo, I know you're there. That was all you, Akito.
Well, we are very good at making friends with the local puppers. God, there's so many spirits around us. Oh, yay! Our max health is up again. What are you doing? I think he's looking at the sky.
Alright, now the next one.
Ah, that's where you are. Oh, there's a couple of you down there. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're reasonably good for arrows at the moment. Watched the first 2 episodes of Rings of Power. Lenny Henry rocks as Mystic Hobbit. I really need to watch that. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. It might be one of those things where I wait until it's all out. I've got to admit that the amount of, air quotes, discourse about it on Twitter is kind of exhausting. Oh, a Jesus statue. Oops, missed. Didn't miss the second time, though.
Have to find the others out there.
Arigato, Jesus down.
Religion.
Okay,
Times like this?
one more. And then this area is clear. And we found a new Jesus statue, so that's good. I think we're okay in this area. Let's pick that up. We had a rough run last time we played this, so I'm running lower on like health items than I would normally be. So raiding bins and such, not necessarily a bad plan. Let's get some more arrows, seeing as we're next to a shop. Arigato.
All stocked up now.
No crab, please. Okay. What have we got to do? So that's the end of that side mission. And then we've just got the main mission to do, haven't we? Oh, we've got, is it hide and seek? Yeah, we've got hide and seek 3 as well. Maybe I'll do that. It's been really pleasing to see that Tango Softworks, who are the people behind this game, have been actively patching it pretty regularly since it came out.
Hey, but it's Rinko again.
Oh, it's definitely Rinko again. There we go. Like, they're still fixing little bugs with it, even now. Okay. Oh, they've actually, this most recent patch that they've done as well has... I'll wait. Has added a graphical update that actually improves the graphics quality for those that are in a position to use it. Some visitors playing in the street there, being watched over by a adult visitor who's just letting them fuck about with that car. Oh, I remember us seeing this before and having a conversation about the bollards near me, and I think some of you folks watching as well that are painted up to look like children and that are actually just fucking terrifying. Okay. Can we go in there now? Yes. I was being too eager. Story of my life. How you doing, Pete? Want some help? Hang on. That wasn't what I meant. Hi, sweetheart. Give me a second, folks. Porthos is asking for some attention. And who am I to say no to his adorable face?
Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy.
Come on, then. Come up. No? Come on, then. Piece of piece. Now will you come up? No? Do you want to or not? Come on then. There we go. You're so awkward. Here he is. There's the boy. You be a good boy? While I possibly fight something?
That is not what I sound like.
I love how their friendship has developed through the conversations that they have as well. Like, initially, KK was just fairly quiet and really gruff all the time, and now he's, like, playfully mocking Akita. He's giving him praise when he does well in combat, and even when he doesn't do well in combat because I'm clumsy and rubbish, he consoles him. He's kind in what he says. Oh no. Can't carry any more food.
There's something here.
Let's show Rita.
I think that's just the... yeah. Is there anything else before I... I'm gonna make sure that I've not missed anything. Oops. I just noticed HobbyTan. Yeah. Our new little friend. You can feed them, you can pet them, you can give them drinks, you can challenge them to rock, paper, scissors. Okay, so it is literally just that one tiny item. There is nothing else we can interact with. Definitely nothing else. Here we go. Missed. Oh, didn't want the fire. Don't want to waste that just yet.
Spotted.
Gee. Any more for any more? Nope, that's it. Yes, KK, I need to spend my experience points. I know, I know.
Snipe and Wib as rating with a shoal of 30.
Wib and Longfang, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in to you and your raiders. How was the rest of your stream?
Prime1 has been a sub for 22 months. Very naughty.
Prime B.
Also dang 22 months.
Genuine enthusiasm.
Thank you so much for being subscribed for 22 months, nearly 2 years. Fucking hell. Thank you so, so much, friend. I hope you're well today. Hypnodisc, thank you for the stretch. I will do that in a moment. Kind of miss the orc yell that always made you jump. I'm surprised, actually, that we keep getting the Fishy Friends one, because it's supposed to alternate between that and a few others, but it was always the orc one. So I will fix that. Hey there, Mazu, how you doing? Hello, Rustbot, hello, Pudlord. Somebody followed. I heard the follow noise, didn't I? Or did I? I swear somebody followed. Was it Hypnodisc? Hang on. So many things happened all at once. Yeah, Wib, Longfang, thank you so much for the raid. It is very much appreciated, and I genuinely hope the rest of your stream went as amazingly as the bit that I was watching did. Hey, Grox, how you doing? Welcome on in. Who have I not said hello to? Rocket, I've not said hello to you either. Hello, Rocket. Hello. And thank you, Hypnodisc, for the follow. I don't know why that didn't... Like, I can't see it in the feed. That's really weird. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna do that stretch that you redeemed. Hi, Mom! I will hydrate in a moment. I'm just doing a stretch. Oh. It's on the overlay. Okay, as long as it's actually turning up in... Yeah, it's turned up in my activity feed. It just didn't, like... It's supposed to pop up in my chat as well. There's supposed to be like a thank you for the follow. And that appears to not be working. Ah, there it is. No, it's just buried in everyone saying hello. There we go. It is still working. Yeah, hello everyone. I hope you're all well. You join us in the later parts of GhostWire Tokyo. We are doing a couple of side quests before we carry on with the main plot. I have a bit of a personal challenge to try and collect all of the collectibles before I finish the game, because there is an achievement for completing the story after you've completed all of the side content, and I think it may also alter the ending of the game, so I want to go for what would probably be the good end, if I can. For anyone that's not been here before, we do have a jukebox active. You can put links to Spotify tracks, or the name of the song and artist that you would like the jukebox to play, and it should, in theory, add it to the queue. It's a little finicky with like spelling errors and stuff like that, but if you have any problems with it, or if it doesn't add your track into the jukebox, Tids has done a lovely example there for everybody, then just let me know and I'll give it a kick, because just like a real jukebox, sometimes it needs a little bit of percussive maintenance. Now, oh. So we've got some cops.
Easy. Fire, kid.
There we go. That was... I'm quite proud of that. Ah, that's why it was behaving funny. I hadn't tabbed back into the game, so it was letting me move about, but it was really struggling to process what it was supposed to be doing. Oh, looks like jukebox needs a kick. Let me get that sorted for you. don't know if Wire is a... Oh, come on. There we go. I don't know if Wire's on Spotify, but I'll find out for you. Oh, it is. It is. You learn something new every day. Not a problem, Pudlord. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Be fine. Right. Back to it. I'm quite proud of how that little stealth run in here went, because I managed to stealth kill all 4 of them. Didn't take any damage. Nobody noticed me. No, Pudlord. Sometimes the jukebox just switches itself off. That's, so when you don't get a message back from it. I've just noticed what DMAC did there. I'm guessing you don't actually want that in the fucking jukebox, you swine bag. And you know what? Because you were being cheeky, I'm not going to refund you. That's your penance for being a cheeky git. So you should get a response from TechSquig. If you don't get a response from TechSquig, it's because the jukebox has gone to sleep. We can go for an entire stream without it going to sleep sometimes, and then other times it will go to sleep 3 or 4 times over the course of half an hour. It's a grumpy thing. There we go. Recently watched Iro's part in the Tales of Ba Sing Se, which ends with leaves from the vine, and yep, I almost cried. Oh, I can imagine. Trying to think what else we have to do. I don't think we have anything, because after the stream last week, I basically went around, did all of the yokai, did a bunch of the spirits. I feel like a jukebox squig should be a thing. Well, hang on. Oh, poor Rinko. Okie dokie, Hans. You take care. Thank you so much for popping in tonight. It's been lovely to see you. You get some good rest. Aww. You know what? I'm just gonna pause the jukebox for a minute.
That's me who should be thanking you.
Aww. See, while I'm perfectly happy to have a heartwarming moment over some Scar, I think it took away from the moment a bit there. A jukebox squig, Podlord. I think a jukebox squig would be a little parrot squig. I can't remember what the proper name for them is now, because of course I can't. I want to talk about them. But I know Wib did a very good picture of one once. Yeah, I think it was a mimic squig, wasn't it? But one of those. But set up on a record player, like that scene from Lilo and Stitch, where Stitch puts his claw on the record player. That would be a jukebox squig, I think. A mimic squig making a Lilo and Stitch reference. Okay, so I guess that's that all done. That is that side quest finally finished. That was a long side quest. And gave us some really good plot stuff as well. Oh, actually, I should have checked if we got a fast travel near that. This one is closest, so we'll fast travel to here. We're going to play hide and seek with a little ghost boy now. Hey guys, how you doing? I did a train thing again and updated a cheap train to a more decent looking model. No 40k shenanigans this time though. Just a cute wobbly train. Awesome! That's so fab, guys. Like, I really like your 40k train as well. It was very, very cool. Geist has been doing some very fun little conversions lately. And I highly recommend folks check them out. I was thinking it may be a bit of a solitary chunky squig that sits in the corner and spews music, and sometimes you need to give it a well-meaning foot tap so it wakes up. Oh, that's adorable. I love that. Hello, Magosaro. How are you doing? And thank you for popping something in the jukebox. I just want to say thank you to the folks that generally lurk and will just occasionally get up from the lurkers lounge to put something on the jukebox. It's very much appreciated. And if I say hello to you when I see that you've put something in the jukebox, please don't feel the need to respond if you don't want to. Just acknowledging your presence is appreciated and welcomed. It's such a force of habit for me now to just... Hello, Magas. For me to just go into a shop and buy arrows now. Okay, so we... that way. There's a Necomata there as well, so we might actually be able to drop off some relics. We'll see. Let's go say hi to the Necomata first, because hide and seek might take us a little way away from here. Ah, yes, it's the Furikabe Necomata. Hey there, human. Oh, sorry, no, the Netsuke. Using the wrong words now. Shame on me. So we've got one more for them. The Nue. So what have we got left to get for them? Kappa, Tengu, Oni, Sushikiwarashi, Itanomen, Maitachi, Ubume. Okay, so all of these are yokai that we interact with throughout the course of the game. We haven't interacted with an Ubume or an Akaname. Words, those buggers are elusive and slippery. They're like lubed up fish. They are. And it's especially difficult when it's not your native language. I don't know what Slow's doing in the background, but it sounds a lot like shouting. Sorry about that, folks. Is it me or is the Slow, it's a decent guess. Is the game a little jittery for you folks tonight? What's happened? Ah! Hi, Slow! Bye, Slow! Okay, I think I might be able to fix that.
Hello there.
I wonder what's causing it. Not unwatchable though. Okay, well, hopefully what I've just done will help with that. It might be because the game's had a graphical update and it's, you know, fucked with my graphics settings again. We'll see. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Hi, Yosuke. Aww. I don't know much about Slow except his relative speed and that we both have the same copy of Star Trek New Frontier. Slow is tall and loud and sleepy. Okay. So we find Yosuke by using...
Just really in hide and seek.
No. There's something more to it than that, yeah. So I said I was going to do this one off stream because we'd already done 2 hide and seeks, and then I realised something. There's a reason there's more than one part to this quest. Okay, he's gone all the way over there. So it was a smart idea to go to the Netsuke Nekomata first. More of those fuckers. Okay. It's fine, it's fine. I don't think I can even reach them from here. We'll just have to be careful. Tried a new hotel chain this weekend. Oh, which hotel chain, Prime B? He's basically an English Daikaiju. Yeah, that is a very good way of describing Slow. In fact, I have a very funny story to tell you folks. Or at least I think it's very funny. So, before Slow and I got together, so we're talking like 12 years ago now. 13 years ago? If Wheezy and Ivan are still in chat, then they'll know what I'm about to tell the story of. We, as a group, used to go out to the local GW of a weekday night, and we'd sit together and we'd paint and we'd build minis, and Slow and Ivan would play games. And then after that, we'd go down the road to the local dive bar and play pool until the wee hours. And on this particular occasion, Slow wanted to get something to eat before we went to I wonder if he's up there. Before we went to the dive bar. And he went to a cheap chicken place. Where are the stairs? And Slow's standing in the queue to get chicken. Ah, here we go. And there's this little kid, probably no older than sort of 3 or 4, running around in circles inside this tiny little cheap chicken place. Not paying any attention to where they're going, as kids do. And they run at full pelt into the back of Slow's legs and fall over on their arse. So there they are, sat on the floor, hands on either side of them, sort of propping them up. And they look up really slowly. And they stop for a second at sort of Slow's sort of middle of his back. And their mouth drops open and their head starts to tilt further up until they reach where Slow's head is in their line of sight. And the kid's parents, probably about the same height as me, maybe a little shorter, are standing off to one side. And me, Wheezy and Ivan are stood outside, pissing ourselves laughing as this kid is looking up in terror at this gigantic man that they've just run into. And I looked over at Wheezy and Ivan and went, Gojira! And that memory lives rent-free in my head and will do till the day I die. Slow's tall. Uh-huh. I guess we're going to the 8th floor. Oh god, please don't be the roof. I've just had a horrible, horrible thought. We might need a flickering images warning for this. In fact, I'm pretty sure we're going to need a flicker image. Yep. Can we get a flickering images warning, please? Thank you. I mean, alert's not working anymore. Or is it just being really slow? Oh dear. Oh. You know when Primebee mentioned that Twitch APIs might have changed? Yeah, I think they have, because I had to reauthorize a bunch of stuff and I forgot to reauthorize the alerts. Shit. It'd be so nice if Twitch would let folks know when they're gonna change the fucking APIs that everything runs off of. Just saying. Oh, awfully forest light for the 8th floor of a random building. It is a little bit, isn't it? Thank you, Tid. As a tall person who's not used to being around small children, I suddenly have to be aware of the space around my knees, lest I take out a toddler when I walk or turn. Yeah. Thankfully Slow was standing still because, you know, he probably could have killed that child if he'd just, like, been walking. Wouldn't have noticed them. Far too small. Heck, sometimes he didn't notice me. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that what I was worried was going to happen is not going to happen. But it could be something worse. That child now has a fascination with skyscrapers, yeah. Hi, Yosuke. You know those stickers on the backs of trucks that are like, if you can't see my mirrors, I can't see you. You need something like that for Slow. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, Yosuke. Do we keep going this way? That isn't Yosuke. Shit, there's more than one child. Oh, that's bleak. Oh, little friend. Hi, Yasuke. Ha! No entry. Hi. I see you. Where's the door? Hello.
There you are.
Hi, world boundary. Yeah.
Senor.
Kid,
Senor.
did you actually make this place?
Do you know where we're heading? Lincoln County Road.
You're trapping other children here by accident, Yosuke. That's not a good thing. Oh.
We found the cause of these disappearances. And got more than we bargained for.
Senor.
In that case,
Oh,
gotta
Yosuke.
find him again.
Senor.
Okay, if this turns into what I thought it was going to be initially,
Do you know where
I would be very
she's
upset.
headed? How long are we gonna be riding?
Uh,
How long must I keep
Just so that you folks know what was going through my head when I saw the 8th floor.
there be any comfort there?
A lot of these kind of apartment buildings have a large water cistern, for want of a better description, on the top of them. That's not a thing exclusive to Japan. Can we grapple in here? We cannot summon Tengu in here.
Senor, Senor, I can see your painted wagon,
And
saw the tail of the dragon.
there have been instances of people being found in them. Never to my knowledge a child, but I guess they could be classed as a reservoir, yeah. But I just had this, like... Tried to reach the spaceport in CP77 when I hit the world boundary. You know, when you've been tangoed. Ah, so this is actually like a proper little platforming section. Okay, okay.
For I stripped and kneeled. Was a trainload of fools bogged down in a magnetic field. And a gypsy with a broken
Oh
flag
boy.
and a flashing ring. Said, son, this ain't
Um,
a dream no more.
Yeah, I don't think any children have have ever turned up in any, but you know,
Senor,
that was where my mind immediately went, was, oh shit, please don't tell me Yosuke's stuck in the water tank for the apartments.
just gotta pick myself up off the floor.
Hi, Yosuke.
I'm ready when you are, senor. Senor,
Kiddo, this isn't a game.
senor.
Listening to a true crime podcast about a serial killer in Belgium, and I was very worried about the number of kids in this ghost forest. Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair.
This place don't make sense to me. You tell
Hi,
me
Yasuke.
what we're waiting for, senor.
Oh, not Yosuke. Hi, Yosuke. Oh, Kid, come on. You can't keep doing this. Not to us, not to the other kids that are here. It's not fair. Oh dear. Not just kids trapped here. Yeah, that's a good idea actually, KK. You're not wrong. Jeez. Just had a realization, and time is a bitch. Goes entirely too fast. Dare I ask, Prime B? I mean, you're right. Time does go far too fast. Saw the doors open and immediately thought it was a supernatural version of that forest. Yeah, I've got to admit, when we ended up in a forest, I did have a moment of shit. Is it going to be that? Another piece of my favourite Japanese media actually references that particular forest as well. Hello, Alexis. Missed our first anniversary by half a year. Oh, heck. I mean, if you... Oh, fuck. I fell. If you both missed it and you're both okay with the fact that you missed it, then... it's fine. Time passes, and Akito, you could have grabbed that. Come on. There we go. Good lad. I knew you'd got some strength left in those arms. Sup, you little bugger? Yes, I can bypass locked doors. I'm working with a cop here. I hope you're doing okay today, Alexis. Because they miss their friends and their family. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, Yosuke. Sweetheart. I want to give him a hug. I had a horrible feeling that that was going to be the thing there as well. Hey, Frankenstein. How you doing?
Made it.
The longest train.
Can't hug a ghost child, Hobby. Jeez. But yes, do hug the ghost child. Poor little bugger, though. Like, his obsession with hide and seek was bound to be something like that. I really didn't want it to be. I wanted it to be he'd perished in an odd circumstance and they hadn't found him yet. I didn't want it to be he just keeps hiding because he's in a bad household. That's
Good kid.
And the cab went.
poor little bean. Well, that's hide and seek complete. We've done all of the hide and seek side story now as well.
In the pines. In the pines.
You know what that means?
Where the sun never shines. And we shiver.
We've only got the main mission left.
When the north
It's time for me to do the opposite of what I would normally do and take the critical path. Side quest's done! For anyone that is relatively new to the channel, I do say fuck the critical path quite a lot. Can we get past? No, we can't.
The captain.
I wonder, actually.
The time of day. He said he
Oh, I know what's causing our problem right now. It's the rain. They've clearly fixed the rain particles again.
a long
I wish to eat at Joro Ramen. No, we want to find more Jesus statues.
short cross time. And I'm on mine.
How do you feel? Like we're not alone.
And as much as I would like to say it can't rain all the time, in this game it often does. So let me see if I can adjust the graphics settings at all. To make that a little less laggy. Frame rate cap's still on. I don't think that was there before. They've added new settings. Good on them. It's always nice to see a colourblind mode added to a game. I don't need them myself, but I know plenty of people that are colourblind. And yeah. I'm always happy to see when a game's developer adds in accessibility settings that weren't there before. Oh, they've actually added quite a lot of new graphic settings, because movie display mode wasn't there before either.
Little girl.
Oh, you can turn the film grain off as well. Huh. Okay, we're actually just going to enjoy the new graphics settings for a moment.
Treat me this way.
I'm going to bring the shadow map quality all the way down. See if that helps.
Me too weep. You caused me to moan.
We'll put that on auto still. Ray tracing's already off. Upscaling's off. Okay.
My home
There's very little more I can do.
in the pines.
The stream will take a brief intermission for options menu pornography hour. Yeah, exactly.
But the sun never
Like, there is so much to love about this game, and they've added all these wonderful accessibility and graphics settings that weren't there before for people like me that have got slightly crapper graphics cards and should really be playing this game, but still want to play it. So good on them. May I repeat to you the PC devs mantra? More options are good. Yes, exactly. Oh. Oh, turning the shadow quality down does seem to have helped. Oh! Message to friend. Let me get this straight. You don't want to come out to Shibuya today because the fortune teller told you not to. Come on, seriously? I think they made the right decision. We have to actually go into the building, don't we? Yeah, we do. Hello, Titan. How you doing? Forgot I tried streaming that game. Do you want to be removed from the auto shout-out list? I know there's a couple of folks that have asked to be removed because they don't actually stream very often or at all anymore. I like having auto shout-outs on because I genuinely forget, and there's a lot of streamers in our community. And I want everybody to get, you know... I want everybody to get their moment in the spotlight. I don't want anyone to feel like they've been left out. And I don't want my poor mods to be run ragged trying to do all the shout-outs. I don't mind, it's just kind of funny. Okay, fair enough. And I'm glad you're doing okay. Ooh, what is it, Prime B? Do tell. I've been toying with picking up a copy of the... it's called the Wandering Island or the Wandering Village. Looks really, really nice and wholesome. There's a game where you play as a little mouse. Oh! Yeah, that's perfect for you. Okay, no, we've already looked at these. Oh, is it time to use the bike? Ah, it's time to use the bike.
Akito, let me take over for a little bit. I'll fix it. Okay.
Time to use the bike that still has half the exhaust missing. Suspend your disbelief, Tids. It's fine.
Charging into the Lion's Den. You ready for this?
Put my nerd rage. I know. If you have unfinished business, you'll still be able to come back to Shibuya via fast travel, but the following side missions will become unavailable. After the end 2, and after the end 3. We've already done those, haven't we? I'm second guessing myself now. I think the one we just did was after the end 3. Okay, yeah, we've done after the end 3. Okay. Whew. Whew. Okay. I like that it's done this as well. Like, there's a lot of games where you'll leave to go to what could be the end of the game. And there are things that you can't then do. And it doesn't tell you, and then you have to play the entire game again just to get those things. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to save, and I'm going to make a new save. So then, if I want to make sure that I 100% it, if I have to do all of the collectible stuff first, and then do the next bit, I can come back to that save and do all the collectible stuff.
Well, better safe than sorry, I guess.
Right, now we can do the thing. Now we can do the thing. I've put that failsafe in there. We're all good. If added a fairing, I can at least pretend there's a different manifold under it. Okay.
Alright, let's roll.
Oh, Mina the Hollower looks fantastic. I've actually backed that on Kickstarter. That looks like it's going to be a really good game. I'll pause the jukebox until the cutscene's done.
Hit the switch!
Oh dear. That doesn't look good.
KK! Don't stop! Fight's not gonna last!
Ray shields, yellow alert! Set phases to exorcism. Didn't need that bit of the bike anyway. Yeah, it's fine. I tell you what, I'm glad this is a cutscene and not a bunch of QTEs, because we'd have died so many times already.
We get him? Show's not over. Hurry!
Chapter 5. This is why you wear a helmet and leathers. I know, right? PSA,
This far.
if you're on a motorbike...
Damn right.
No,
Taking
I
back
can
Mara.
contain my excitement until I finish the PSA. If you are riding a motorbike, either as a passenger or as the driver of said vehicle, make sure you're wearing appropriate protective gear. Note, steel toe cap boots are not appropriate protective gear. Big F for the bike, yes. F's in chat for our fallen comrade. Which is, like, just fucking gone. Okay, now that I've got the PSA out of the way... Oh my god, we're at Tokyo Tower! Ah! Look at it! It's only been trashed by Godzilla a few times. Steel toe cap boots are indeed horrifically bad in that scenario. Look at it! Look at it! We're at Tokyo Tower! Ah! Final fight on Tokyo Tower. Yes! I am here for it. Ah! Godzilla's chew toy! Oh no, he's hungry. Mothra did indeed pupate against it once. At least once, actually. Maybe more than once. More cutscene? Ah, yes, we're still in the suit. Hanya, you're being served. Don't pupate in public, jeez. I certainly wouldn't, Tids. Hey, apologist. Ah, it seems the curse has been broken. For once I join when you're not talking about a Tanuki's fat nuts. That is very true, though we were talking about Mothra pupating, so I don't know if that's any better or worse for you. Welcome on in, apologist. Oh boy, you just missed a really cool cutscene. Dango. A try seems like a good way to go. You are braver than I, Podlord. Are we actually just heading for Tokyo Tower? We are. Oh. I'm gonna check everything out first. Not that there's much to check out, it would seem. File 999. Recording left behind by a certain scientist discussing his research. Just leaving laptops lying around. No scientist I know would ever do that. Unless it was in their home. Ruh-roh. This feels like a trap. Does this feel like a trap to anybody else? Dango, the Palicos are here. They are.
Rico.
KK! This looks like a fucking trap, mate.
This is
Really Titan. I may have to pick that up.
full of regret.
Feudal Japan is fascinating to me,
Thanks
so...
to you two. I can put that behind me now.
You're taking off.
Everything feels like a trap to me. It's called anxiety. Damn, Pudlord. Too real.
Sorry I couldn't stick around till the end.
It's all right.
I think we actually have an Admiral Akbar sound command.
I can't quite bring myself to believe
I think it might just be it's a trap.
Even though I'm like this.
Or it might be exclamation mark trap.
After all, if it were real, people
Hello
would be
there.
happy to embrace death.
Hi, I'm Akita. I'm here to give you a subpoena. I'm your lawyer.
Live. Embrace your life.
I guess not then, Cypher. I swear I had one for that. Okay, so not a trap, just a...
Let's go, partner.
just a sad moment. Message draft. It was all my fault. I'm so sorry, everyone.
So Erika was what was keeping Rinko chained to this world. And now that things are settled, she had to move on.
Is that gonna happen to you too?
Probably.
I do have it! Thank you, Magas. A moment for Rinko and Erika. Because they're both gone now. I mean, we killed Erika on my birthday. Because she had turned into a cat lady. Demon thing. That was a thing we can pick up. It went plink. Where was it? Where is it? Or was it just... oh, it might just have been that. Coming into view. Let's have a look. I don't know. You'd think there'd be something here? Other than money and... sadness. But I guess not. No, it was just a quest marker. Okay. Oh, I suppose the stuff for the Necromata makes the sort of weird meowing sound, doesn't it? Okay, we're supposed to go that way, so we'll go this way first. This is how we find things. Can we read that? No, we can't. That's a shame. And I'll be frank, my kanji reading ability is terrible. I am terrible at kanji. I can just barely do hiragana and a little bit of katakana. But it takes me ages to translate anything. I basically have the Japanese reading age of a toddler. A little bit of traffic camera. Is that what it said? Ah, wonderful. Hey, Torpor. I hope you're doing okay today.
You heard him.
Money, sadness, laptops. Yeah.
Just rappers for the soul. Pawns for the...
Money and sadness sounds like a Tory party conference.
No way we can avoid fighting her?
No. Anyone in our way goes down. No exceptions.
It's boss fight time. Oh, you bugger!
Let's do this.
My love. Thank you.
I don't like this.
I wish only for you to live.
It hurts so much to leave the two of you behind, but I always knew you were strong. You would pull through.
Okay. Can I hide in here until everything stops? We're Bloodborne now. We are fucking Bloodborne now. It's a proper Dark Souls boss. I'm just gonna hide in here for a minute because it's safe in here and I don't know what to do. Ah, your spit can't reach me here. Suck it. Okay. So I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna comfort eat and think about what I'm gonna do against scary spider lady. Okay, arrows do nothing too. Fabulous. Try the butt.
It's repelling my attacks.
Yep.
If you're not making a dent, try looking for a weak point.
You didn't.
Gotta be something.
You didn't, KK. Fucking seriously. Attack her weak point for massive damage is what KK says. That's what I was thinking as well, Prime B. But she moves too fast for me to do that with... Oh, I wonder. Wrong one. Comfort eat time. Ah! That was bad timing on my part. So here's my thinking. No, I missed. Okay, back in here, because this one protects me. Not when I fall, it doesn't. If you're fighting some big bread, then you're fighting giant enemy carb. Well done, Prime B. Well done. I wonder, can we get her to... No, we can't. No. Okay. Run, Akita, run! I mean, that was not what I was getting you to do there, boy, but whatever. There we go. Oh! Did that work? Ah! Hello! Got a weak point. The weak point is me. No. I know what we need to do now. Oh, I forgot the jukebox. I did. I'm so sorry. Missed. Fuck. Oh, she moves so much. Open your gob. Fuck. No, this is very difficult. Okay, so her weak point is in her mouth. This we know. I think explosives might be the best way to go because it deals the widest damage. But I've only got a little bit of ammo. I mean, water does the widest damage, but... Got her! She's got two. Oh boy. She's angry now. You know what? I'm just gonna take the hits. Fuck it. Okay, that's enough hits for now. Run, Akito. Okay, this is our safe corner. She can't hurt us here. I was lied to. Okay. There. Comfort eating done. I object. They hit. Come on. We've got fire again. Okay, so you can't jump over those either, apparently. Well, you can, but you've got to time it just right. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Okay.
Dance, Yumi! Dance!
Oh,
Brian
jeez.
3KK invoked old Zogwart's curse with 500 bits.
Hi, Brian! How you doing, mate? Oh, God. Oh, God. No, fuck this noise. We're going back to the corner. Quicker, Akito, quicker! No! Shit. Thank you very much for the bits, Brian. Oh boy. Okay, we know what to do this time. That's the important thing. That's the important thing here. Nope. We don't hit the melon. The melon won't hurt us. Okay. Okay. Cardigan's coming off. Game face is going on. We've got this. Okay. Just cooling myself down a little bit. I got a bit worked up there. Oh yeah. Cutscene. Can we skip it? Yep. Okay. I'm gonna try for the torso first. If it'll let me. It doesn't look like it will. I got caught on a rock there. Okay, she's gonna... Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Rock. Okay, arrows are a no-no. The frustrating thing is if I'm midway through an animation, I can't do anything about her attacks as well. Okay. Nope. There we go. Okay. Nope. Not today, Spider Lady. We're about to get a cutscene, so I'm just going to pause that for a second, and I will deal with that treat. Thank you, Podlord.
Excellent!
Is this guy's endgame?
You got me.
It's
Can't say I feel sorry for her, but I'll put
a
her
fizzy
out of
pineapple.
misery.
Ta-da. So, for anyone that wasn't here for previous parts of the playthrough, that was the main bad guy's dead wife. Who he resurrected
I'm not going anywhere
in an attempt to resurrect his dead daughter.
Just want to protect your family.
He's basically going around killing
You're a
folks
good father.
and
I try.
zombifying them, turning them into like demon type things,
There's no turning back.
all in an effort to resurrect another member of his family. But yeah, so that's rough. Shit, FromSoft really did make this game. I get the feeling that Tango probably took a fair amount of inspiration from FromSoft for a lot of stuff. Oh, hello, Nakamata. What do you sell? I'm telling you, all this black fog setting in is bad for business. You're not wrong, my furry friend. Okie dokie, Cypher, you take care. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It's been lovely to have you. Ah, supplies. Useful. Thank you. Arigato. No, KK. There's no going back after this. Are you ready to proceed? I fucking love that they've done that. You know what? I vote. That's where we leave it. We are actually having a fucking final showdown in Tokyo Tower. That's amazing. Okay. I think we leave it there for this week. And then next week, we'll have like a busy work stream where I'll catch up on... We'll find all of the tanuki. We'll find all of the relics that I've not picked up yet. And then we'll do the showdown in Tokyo Tower. What I'm trying to do is wrangle it so that I finish GhostWire on my last Saturday night stream before I move house. Because then when I come back, we can start the Silent Hill tours. And there not be like a massive pause between us starting them and finishing them. And there's only 2 Saturdays left, so that works out quite nicely. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Next Saturday we'll do a busy work stream. And then the Saturday after we'll finish the story. I think this has been a fairly productive evening. We've done good, folks.
Goodbye.
You are most welcome, Podlord. Now. Oh, it didn't like that. I'm quickly gonna save. We'll put that there. And quit the game so that my poor computer is not doing quite so much, and then we'll do the giveaway. So today's giveaway is for... where have I put it? It's here, isn't it? A copy of We Were Here Too, which is a escape room game, 2-player. You don't both have to own it, as far as I'm aware. I might be wrong there. But it is a lot of fun. If you would like to nab yourself a copy, ! Ticket in chat now will get you that opportunity. And if not, then I will just send you off to someone else.
Goodbye.
Right, that is very definitely a no thank you from everybody. Wicked. Okay. Let's see who I can send you off to. Oh, so many people live. Heck. Oh, I think I know where we're going. Okie dokie. Thank you everyone for coming along today. It's been lovely to have you here. I've had a lot of fun. I started this stream feeling absolutely exhausted and kind of glum. And I'm feeling much, much better now, and you are a big part of why. So thank you so, so much for cheering me up and re-energizing me. It's always a joy to stream for you folks. It really is. Couldn't ask for a better community. Now, I will be back in about 12 hours with some more Brock the Investigator. So please, if you're able to, please feel free to join me for that. Be a lot of fun, I'm sure. But in the meantime, Christian, you are most welcome, and hello. I don't think I said hello to you. In the meantime, until I do see you next, as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, wash your fucking hands, and have a great Sunday, everybody, however you're spending it. Now, we're raiding SK the Dom fan. Lovely fella. Go say hello from me. Bye bye, everyone.